Alright, ready? Hello and welcome guys, my name is Imran Ismail and you're watching WebTalkies with me. Today we have someone very special with us, Mirza. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So, Miss India Pacific, actor, producer, entrepreneur, environmentalist. How was the ride?
It's multi-dimensional but very fulfilling. I think मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं होगा जब मैं हैदराबाद में पल और पढ़ रही थी स्कूल में थी कि मुझे इतने मौके मिलेंगे इतना कुछ अच्छा करने के लिए and it's really been an incredible journey so far और आज जबकि मुझे एक इतना बेहतरीन opportunity मिला है to convert my passions into more efforts on the ground, I feel very, very humbled and happy.
Alright, so right now you're called as UN Environment Goodwill Ambassador for India.
Yeah.
Alright, so tell us about how was the journey like till you reached this United Nations?
Well, United Nations is an extraordinary organization that's doing extraordinary work across the planet, and I think that they choose individuals to be their goodwill ambassadors when they see a commitment and a passion and a desire to deliver change. And it's a wonderful acknowledgement of the work that I've done so far in the realm of social change and social good. Whether it is through the work I do with Save the Children or as the Ambassador of Wildlife Trust of India or as a member of the Sanctuary Nature Foundation and the many other national level campaigns that we've done through the years. I think that we discovered many happy coincidences because they recognized that I was very, very driven by a desire to implement sustainable changes for environment in India and to bring about awareness and education in people. And I was already using various social media platforms and engagement tools to bring about that change. And I happened to meet the head of environment, United Nations Environment Program, Eric Solheim in Kyrgyzstan earlier this year. And I told him, I said, we need to do more work in India.
Alright.
And he was like, okay, so are you going to do that work for us? And I was like, of course I am. I'm committed. And yeah, it took a few months of communication between the United Nations and me, and we eventually discovered that this is a partnership that was possible. And I look forward to the work I will be doing in India.
Alright, so not many of us know Mirza as an environmentalist. Most of them know as an actor. So when was this need to come out, be an activist for the environment?
Well, I think it started off with school.
Alright, so that was that long, huh?
Absolutely. I think it's a combination of many things. So the way you've been brought up. My father was, amongst many things, an industrial fair designer. He used to work with many industries. And I remember, घर में पैसों की तंगी थी. He was approached by an industry to, renovate their industry. And he found out that they were spewing affluents into a neighboring water body. And he refused the job. He said, ये प्रदूषण फैला रहे हैं, they are harming the environment, I don't want to do this work. And so very early in life I recognized that, and it's a value system that your parents give you and your education gives you, that when we harm the environment, we're harming ourselves. And I think what happened with me was because of the kind of upbringing and education that I experienced, whether it was going through J. Krishnamurti philosophy of education in Hyderabad, जहाँ पे हम पेड़ों के नीचे बैठ के पढ़ाई करते थे, classes would be taken outdoors. Yeah, it was learning and understanding that climate change was occurring, and that we were taught how to compost and segregate waste at a very young age. We were encouraged not to use plastic. These are things that became a part of my consciousness and awareness at a very young age. And then when I became an actor and I started getting approached by various NGOs to come and help them, I decided to focus on environment, conservation, wildlife protection, and work with children in that space, because I knew and I was discovering as I was, expanding my awareness that we are, faced with such harsh realities and such tremendous problems in India because of climate change and because of environmental pollution, that somebody needed to speak up and do more. So I started working 7.5, 8 years ago with certain national news networks on major national campaigns to raise awareness, and then that kind of graduated into more work on the ground with NGOs, with local bodies and communities. So I've established a very healthy and a meaningful relationship with forest officers, with environmentalists across the country and conservationists. And then I realized somewhere along the way that I could use this knowledge to create what we call is infotainment. That's when Ganga, the Soul of India happened.
Ganga, the Soul. And you also did on Devna Dumping Ground as well. You gave
yes,
voice
so I started working on documentaries, on short format content generation. You know, last year I did, so with every important day, so World Wildlife Day or Earth Day, I was writing poems, I was making films, I was making documentaries, I was working with people who wanted to create such content. And then I started seeing that I could so easily convert my communication skills and my public personality and persona in using it to deliver messages on environmental pollution and awareness to people. And it's been amazing since then.
Alright, the last one I remember was eco-friendly Ganpati you were trying to make. That was really sweet, I saw that. So tell me, what is there any cause that is close to your heart that you want to take forward? That will be the first thing you'll do.
You know, the most important thing is environmental protection. Through the United Nations, the areas we are going to be focused on in India are clean air, clean seas, and wildlife protection. 20 of the most polluted cities in the world, of which 10 are in India.
That's true.
So, and when our air is polluted, it basically denies our right to breathe. It impacts the health of children, it impacts your health, my health, everybody's health. And if we are unhealthy people, what can we do?
Nothing.
We can't do anything well, right, with our lives if we don't have health. So the urgent and the most critical area that we are going to be focused on is air pollution, combating air pollution. And the second is like partnering with people like Afroz Shah, who's doing such an exemplary job.
Cleaning the beach.
Cleaning our seas.
Cleaning our seas.
And helping citizens understand that all their items of consumption, everything जो भी हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उसको फेंकते हैं, वो कहीं जाता है. Where does it go? So encouraging people to say no to plastic and all items of plastic. So say no to plastic bags, say no to plastic toothbrushes, say no to plastic items that you don't need in your everyday lives. Replacing packaged plastic water bottles with glass and metal, carrying water from home to work. So there are so many simple everyday lifestyle choices
that a layman can do to provide
that every one of us can do to provide sustainable solutions.
I know, because we all of us know that our environment is in danger and we should do something about it.
And we can.
Yeah, so those things which she said, the layman can actually do it. They're mostly aware of it that they should do it, but they don't. So how do you encourage them to do it?
By doing things myself. So whenever I discover things, I share it. Whenever I make choices, I share it. So one of the things that I've done is I've replaced my plastic toothbrush with a bamboo toothbrush. I don't use plastic toothbrushes anymore. I carry my own water to work. I'll give you another example. Even when I'm traveling, I carry empty bottles with me when I travel. So when I'm staying in a hotel, I send those empty water bottles to the hotel kitchen and ask them to fill it with filtered water.
That's really good.
That's really taking your understanding. It starts with me. Change starts with me. And the other thing that I've done is, obviously we don't use plastic bags at all. हमेशा घर में जो भी सामान खरीदने जाता है उनके पास cloth bag या jute bag होता है.
The jhola type.
Yeah, the jhola, the good old jhola.
The good old jhola.
Going back to basics, basically. And the other third thing that we don't talk enough about is feminine hygiene. I have replaced my regular sanitary napkin with 100% biodegradable sanitary napkin. So that also makes a big difference. So I think अगर हम अपने आप से सिर्फ ये एक सवाल पूछे कि जो कुछ हम अपनी लाइफ में लेकर आ रहे हैं, चाहे वो कपड़े हो या गैजेट्स हो या खाने का सामान हो या पीने का, कहाँ से आ रहा है और कहाँ जाएगा?
कहाँ जाएगा? That's a good one. कहाँ से आ रहा है, कहाँ को जाएगा?
Alright, and so if it's going to land up in a wasteful or a dumping ground and somebody's going to set it on fire.
Alright, that we saw 2 or 3 years back. What happened to Mumbai? So you'll be traveling to Nairobi now next week. So you're looking forward for the panel discussion.
Yes, I am.
So how excited are you for that?
I'm actually most excited about hosting the Champions of Earth Awards. It's possibly one of the most important awards on the planet.
Okay.
Because the United Nations recognizes people, young people from across the world who are making extraordinary innovations in bringing about sustainable solutions.
Alright.
And I can't wait to meet them and engage with them. And of course the panel discussion is going to be about air pollution and air quality control, and that's something that I recognize is a very, very urgent and important issue to understand and implement. So I hope that the world leaders can impact and improve policies at their own national levels and make changes.
So talking about the ambassador, you'll be joined with Anna Hathaway is there, Angelina Jolie, Katy Perry, Emma Watson. Do you think it's a good company for you?
It's great company. It's extraordinary company. These are amazing women who have recognized that, you know, their public, you know, their celebrity can be used to make a big difference. And I've always believed that every single human being can be an agent of change. So, and we're then blessed with celebrity, and if we can use that to make a bigger difference, what better life could we ever ask for?
That's true.
And these are extraordinary women who have led extraordinary lives, and they're making a big difference, and I'm in happy and amazing company.
Tell me, do celebrity owe it to the, like, so our environment? What you can say is our civilization that they should do something about it. Do celebrity owe it?
I think all of us owe it to our environment to do more, because there is no planet B. This is our only home. And if we don't protect it, we are not protecting ourselves.
Alright.
And we really need to recognize that, you know, वो पुरानी कहावत है कि health is wealth. और हम वाकई में इस बात को समझे तो ये समझ में आएगा कि अगर हवा, पानी और खाना प्रदूषण से फैला हुआ हो, तो फिर health होगा ही नहीं. तो ये पैसे कमा के, ये काम करके, ये सब करके उसका क्या फायदा अगर हमारे पास health ही नहीं होगा.
That's true. Thank you so much for your time. That was Diyamita, guys, and we hope we're looking forward to like you doing some good work, and we following it and we spreading the message across.
Thank you.
So we'll be there anytime you need us. You can.
I'm going to count on you guys. All
right.
of you.
So this was Diyamita, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much, Diya.
Thank you.
I'll see you again.
Thank you. Yes,
Bye.
of course.